All right. For today's episode, we're going to talk about liquidity. Now, if you don't know what liquidity is, you're fucked. This is the most important aspect of trading because we're liquid because we need to know what liquidity is because it's what moves the market. I got notes here for you guys so I don't fuck up today and make people confused. All right, let's go straight forward. What is liquidity? Liquidity is where cash lies. It's usually seen in like a three-step pattern. A three-candle pattern. It does not matter what color the candles are or anything, but the patterns do matter. This is called the sell side liquidity, also known as a swing low. If you think about it, look where my mouse is. We're swinging low before going up, right? A swing low pretty much is this low point right here, right? Where you see where this is? This is the swing low in question. On the opposite side, there's also swing highs, where market is going up, creates this swing high, and then goes back down. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, who moves the market like that? Well, the banks do. All the banks really care about is taking your money, and they take your money, they take my money, they take your mom's money, they take everybody's money. They really only care about how they come out of the situation because they manipulate the market because they have the high amount of money to manipulate the market, right? Now, while we have liquidity, we either are looking to rebalance the market or we're seeking more liquidity. Now you're probably asking yourself, what does that even mean? What do you mean we're seeking liquidity? Like, for example, let me go down here. This could be a good example right here. Remember, I showed you this. I showed you this pattern the other day. If we look at, remember, it's a three candle pattern, right? For example, we have this candle, 1, 2, 3. See how this candle right here sweeps down here, right? We sweep down here, making this the swing low, right? And where this equal high is could be considered your buy side liquidity or your swing high, where money is lying, right? Above here is money, down here is money. Everywhere is money. You just have to know and focus on where the most amount of money lies. Now, as I showed you before, we're not gonna get too ahead of ourselves. Where the fuck is it? I showed you before right here what liquidity is and everything. Let's focus on the swing highs and the swing lows, right? What does this mean? Like I said, for example, if we're trading the way I trade, right? We use swing highs and swing lows as stop losses. You're probably asking yourself, what's a stop loss? Because we haven't done that yet. Well, you use this tool to put in a trade. The swing low is telling us that market already swept the liquidity that's down here, right? And then we put our stop loss here because we're using a high probability entry point. This is not an entry yet. This is just me showing you what stop losses look like at the swing lows or swing highs. We put our stop loss here, making this an order. This is important. Down here is our order to stop out, right? Then we could do like a 1-to-1 trade, whatever. And then market, since we already swept that swing low, price is probably gonna go up here, probably gonna go up higher, breaking and hitting my TP, or maybe not, right? Same thing goes when we have buy side liquidity. Now we're shorting the market instead of longing the market like we did down here, right? Now we're shorting the market, putting a stop loss at the top of this buy side liquidity. We're saying, okay, market already swept, took everybody's money, and because we already know that what market wants to do, we're using probability entry points again to be like, okay, they want to manipulate the market to go down. And this is what this candle shows. All right. Fuck. Now, let me show you this live example. We have it here where we can start from back here. Actually, this is a good spot to start. We have this buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, meaning a swing high and a swing low. Between those swing highs and swing lows, we also have this one, this swing high. They're all over the place, right? But I don't want you guys to mark out every swing high, because then you guys are going to get confused. You have to mark out what you think is the highest point of the market. Now, remember what I told you? I actually didn't tell you guys this yet, but market likes to rebalance itself, like I said, or seek new liquidity. What do I mean by that? Like I said, above here, there's liquidity. Down here, there's liquidity. So since we already went up, we already swept this top liquidity. Then we go down, making a new low, making this the swing low, right? Market is rebalancing itself, meaning it's not going to go all the way up here and take this liquidity. No, it's just going to make a new lower high, right? Making it a new buy side liquidity, right? Now we have a buy side and a sell side. Now that we created the new buy side liquidity, right? We made a new high, lower high in this case. Now market is going to seek to go down to the swing low, right? And then we actually break through this sell side liquidity and we make another swing low. Now this one's even better because this actually swept the sell side from before. Does it all make sense? You always have to go back to the past and make sure we align, because like I said, price is always seeking to sweep liquidity. What's a good example of liquidity sweep? Actually, I think robbers could be good at day trading. Maybe you shouldn't be robbing, just become a day trader. Why? Because you're pretty much just snagging money. Put your shiesty on, trade with the shiesty, maybe it'll help you out. But don't be dumb. If you see cash lying around, let's say for a bank, let's say you're a robber and you're trying to rob a bank. The bank has cash laying there, right? The robber is trying to rob the bank, take the money, use the money, buy a drip or some shit, and whatever. And then obviously they get locked up, whatever. But there's a continuous cycle of money laying at one spot and someone trying to take that money for their own use. And that's what we have to see here. Look, from this Tuesday, mindful, this is Tuesday, we made a swing low here, swing high. We didn't make another swing low. We just made a lower high. Wow, my voice just cracked. We made a lower high. A higher low. It's a higher low, right? And then since we created that higher low, we made this buy side, right? This market trend, remember last episode, market trend, all these candles, we swept that high, right? So that means that high is no longer valid because market already swept it. Think about it almost like a magnet, right? So if we had this swing high, think about I don't know, a fat bag of cash here. Can I pull up a fat bag of cash on this, bro? Some money. Can I get some money emotes on here? Money, money, money. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Think about money just laying here, right? We have a fat fucking bag of cash laying up here before this even happens, right? I wonder if I could actually. I think I lose everything if I cut it. But before it went up, then market swept, grabbed the cash, big money bags, right? They took all this shit, right? Woo! We got the money back, whatever, right? Made it smaller. Now, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Now we have a new buy side. But what happened before? You can't forget about this sell side, because down here is more orders, and then market realizes, the fuck do I turn this shit around again? There we go. Market realized, look at all this money. Look at all this money laying down here and down here, because we didn't sweep this yet. So we have all this money right here just laying there. What does market do? Boom. We sweep this. Look, I'm gonna even zoom in for you guys. Remember the 3 candle pattern. I'm not even making this shit up. Everything is on the charts. Look at it for yourself. We have 1 candle, 2 candle, swept the previous low, right? Sweeping it, taking the money, and then boom, another candle going up. Where does it go up to? You know, these banks be trying to just take money. Just take that shit, bro. So, remember what I said before? Banks, who owns the banks? These people do. You know these types of people, they rhyme with pew, right? But with a J, they like money. So they see that this buy side liquidity, remember it's a buy side liquidity, has money up here because there's resting orders resting. Ready? When you create a stop loss, right, this means your money is waiting to either be taken or given to you, right? So you gotta think about it. You're not the only person trading, right? So your stop loss is gonna be here, and a million other people's stop loss is gonna be there. That means there's gonna be a lot of money resting up here, and if you lose this trade, you're losing money, meaning the banks are gonna take your money. So we have this previous buy side liquidity. What does market do? Okay, it goes down. You probably hit this trade, but maybe other people have it to go lower, to actually even better to show you guys. How do I go back? Boom. Let's say people took this trade, but instead of taking it to this swing low, they decided to be greedy and take it to the other swing low down here, right? Some people trade like this. I personally do not, but that's for another video, right? They have to wait for their order to be filled all the way down here, while the banks manipulate you and take your money because they're, they wear the hats and shit. They're that type of people. And then boom, they sweep you out right here, right? They rob you, they take your money, they fucking violate you, leave you with nothing. And then boom, now there's new resting cash up here, resting orders up here, because this is the new buy side liquidity. Now, we can't forget about this previous sell side. Now this previous sell side, let's extend it to over here. Remember, because there's orders resting down here. Now that there's orders resting, boom, since we already swept the top one, since we already swept this one, there's no more resting orders. There's no more cash right here. Now the cash is up here. Since we already swept it, there's going to be a magnet, right, pulling the money down to the previous sell side. So it's going to go down, right? Market's going to manipulate down and sweep people that had resting orders here. Probably the people that went like this, right? They had on this swing low, they probably had it all the way up here. They didn't hit yet, and then boom, they got their money taken from them, and we went all the way down here, right? We took all this sell side. All this sell side liquidity is all the banks now. So you have to realize that the market moves in two directions. It either seeks liquidity, meaning we go from a sell side to a buy side, right? Or if the difference is so big that market is not going to bounce up immediately, let me show you like this. See how market goes down, right? And then it doesn't go all the way up. It just goes like up here, like briefly, and then it goes back down. This is rebalancing the market, meaning price is not going to immediately just fucking shit the bed and go all the way down here. No, it has to rebalance. What the fuck? It has to rebalance, making a lower high, building money orders right here, right here. Look, building money orders to then for them to get stopped out and go lower. Now, for your homework, it's gonna be easy. Like I showed you in this video, there is a lot of candles. Look for 3 candle patterns. It could either be a buy side, like this one, a little buy side right here, 3 candle pattern creating a new buy side, or a sell side, or a buy side, or a sell side. I want you to mark out at least 5 buy sides and sell side liquidity. Don't worry, before we leave, I'll just show you a brief copy of what I mean. Okay? Look, let me give you a fresh. Damn, I be marking mad buy sides and sell sides actually. Okay, right here. Ready? I'm gonna look at these candles right here, and I want you. Look, I'm gonna grid it out. Maybe not like this. Intermission. Okay, you see this grid right here? I want you to mark out a buy side and sell side. I could wait. I'm gonna wait. Pause the video, screenshot, whatever you have to do to mark this out. Okay. I hope you paused it. Now I'm gonna give you the answers. Look at this sell side right here. It's really obvious. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be long. Buy side. 3 candle pattern. Sell side. Sell side. Buy side. Sell side. Like, it's easy, bro. It's everywhere on the charts. And not only is it in a 5 minute or 15, but look, in a 1 minute. What the fuck? Okay. In a 1 minute candle, it's all there. This is different. It took me to the front. But a 2 minute, it's there as well. They're everywhere. Everywhere on the charts. Everywhere you go, you're gonna find that. Look, buy side. Look, you have to like zoom out. Even if you have to, like, you don't have to zoom in all the way. They're literally everywhere. You could just spot them. Buy side, sell side, sell side, buy side. You see, they're literally everywhere. Like, easier spot. Look, buy side, sell side. Like, you guys go to the charts, do your homework, understand what liquidity is. That's only part 1 of liquidity. I have many more notes. I think the video is long enough. I hope you guys tune in for tomorrow. Comment down below if you're still confused.